So for doing the clothes, which are arguably the hardest part of the costume, I actually just got some clothes at a thrift store. I couldn't find leather pants, so I had to work with what I had, but the shirt was pretty on point. I took the actual shirt, which had some elastic sewn in ends, and I cut those ends off. Both sleeves had elastic bits sewn onto either end, and then the trim at the bottom of the shirt itself had elastic sewn in. And I cut those sections off very roughly with a pair of scissors, and then I ended up taking some sandpaper to the sleeves, the very bottom, partially on the front, and heavily onto the collar of the shirt itself. I noticed from watching the film and from the reference photos that I could find that Mad Max's collar was actually very, very worn down for after I did all of this wearing and tearing with whatever I had on hand. I've used scissors, I used an X-Acto blade, I used sandpaper, sort of anything that you can really think of to damage clothes in an effective but stylistic way. I heard the term sexy dirt thrown around before, so yeah, it's whatever gets the job done at this point with damaging out the clothes. And then you take these clothes that you have, you find a nice pile of dirt and rocks, maybe some gravel, and you beat the crap out of it. During this part of the process, I actually learned how hard it can be to damage clothes. So after this beating process, I had learned that I didn't get as much dirt and wear and tear on the clothes as I had liked, so I had to go in, take some wet dirt, and ground that in the best I could with my hands and a little bit of rocks onto both articles of clothing, and then I let them dry and sprayed them with some sort of sealant or spray adhesive to try and keep as much of the dirt in as I could, as well as doing the same to a bandage that Max wears. The next part involves dirtying a leather jacket, which I had to get fitted. I looked for the most 80s-esque jacket that I could find. You'll end up cutting the arm off and using acetone, dirt, and rubber gloves to get this dirt really ground in there. I did it on my War Doctor jacket as well. I suggest looking up a proper tutorial on how to do this. I then proceeded to sew in some fake black yarn onto the appropriate sections on the pants, and the costume itself was pretty done. I had to also make a little holster for the shotgun that was a temporary holster. It did the job. It's not exactly what it's supposed to look like, but it was what I needed for the costume itself, and it served its purpose wonderfully. When everything was said and done, it all looked really great, and I was really happy. I spent probably around $150 doing the whole costume itself, buying paints and things like that, but it looked pretty good. So here are some pictures of me wearing the actual costume itself, as well as one with Jeanette Varney, the voice of Cora, who I ran into at a convention. Hey, so making this three-parter totally didn't take a frickin' forever and a half. Jeez. Yeah, forgive me guys for this having taken so long. I really wanted to get this done, like, last August, but I unfortunately wasn't able to. So, yeah, it's done now, though, so you guys, I'm just trying to pump out smaller videos here and there to keep a nice flow of videos going, but I really want to do more cosplay stuff like this. I have some big cosplay things coming up that I'll be doing that are very exciting. So, yeah, and as of this moment, for those of you who I haven't informed, I will be going to Emerald City Comic Con in the wonderful Washington, Seattle, for 2016. It's going to be my first Emerald City Comic Con. I'm very excited. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away on a bus ride from the good old BC down to Seattle, Washington. So whoever may be going to Emerald City Comic Con, I hope to see you there and have a wonderful time. I really hope you guys are going to like the costume that I'll be doing. I myself seem to be the only other person on the planet besides a lady who has done this costume. So I'm very excited to get it done and show it to you guys. But yes, forgive me for not pumping out as many videos as I would have liked to. But there you go. I've got some stuff here, and then I've got some stuff that I'm working on with friends as well. So when that stuff shows up, go check out their stuff, because their stuff is awesome. My friends are cool, because we're cool guys. Cool? Cool. All right. Thank you again, so much for the patience. I will see you guys very soon. And as always, keep it amazing. See ya.